Novak, it's great to see you out here. Congratulations on another fine performance. The first set and a half, you were well and truly in control. And then Botic got some treatment, and then all of a sudden he really turned his game on. You had to find something special to finish it. How was this match for you to play tonight? Because it was up and down for us to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good treatment, I must say. You know, gave him a lot of firepower. I mean, he was serving extremely well from that moment onwards. You know, I think at the beginning of the second, he did struggle with the arm, and I could see with the, you know, kilometers per hour went down a little bit, so I had more looks in his first serve and second serve. But then tables turned, and I must say that I relaxed a little bit, you know, too much, and was in trouble, you know, to close out the second set. And pretty much from that moment onwards, it was really anybody's game. Really lucky to get out of the trouble on the set point in the third. You know, he had an upper hand in that point, and you know, things happen so quickly in this sport. You know, one shot can really determine the winner. So just glad to overcome it in straights.
We were concerned for a moment when you seemed to turn your ankle, you went down on the court, and then you were immediately seen by the physio, but it didn't look like he treated your ankle. What was going on with your body?
Actually, a few points before I almost twisted my ankle, I asked for the physio. So I was planning to see him for my blisters. And then, you know, thankfully, I managed to, to have a good fall, if you can say so, kind of protect myself. Yeah, things could have been very ugly in that moment.
Last year was an amazing year for anyone who would want to play the sport. If they had your year, they would be happy. 4 majors played, 4 semifinals played. Of course you want more, but it was incredible. But one of the challenges for you was that sometimes your body didn't cooperate, that you weren't in your best shape when you got to those semifinals to play as well as you would have hoped for. Where would you say your body is so far in this tournament through 3 rounds?
Really good. I mean, I must say that it's been a great start of the tournament. Obviously, things can change. I'm not getting ahead of myself because, you know, last year I learned a lesson. You know, I got too excited too early, you know, in some of the Grand Slams, playing really well and getting to the quarters and semis. And then, yeah, getting injured in pretty much 3 out of 4 last year. So, well, anyway. I'm still trying to give these young guys a push for their money. You know, there's still I'm still around, I'm hanging in there. Obviously, Alcaraz and Sinner, 2 best players in the world, they're playing on a different level from all of us right now. But, you know, when you enter the court and the ball rolls, you always have a chance. So particularly here, and definitely the court which has given me the most in my career. So I look forward to the next battle.
You give so much of yourself out here on the court to us and the fans, but you also are very giving to a lot of the other young players. They come up to you, they want to talk to you. There's a young American player with a Serbian background, Iva Jovic, who was talking openly about how important it was for her to spend time hearing from you. What are those conversations like? What are you trying to convey to the young players? What are they asking from you?
Yes, I got to know Eva last year for the first time. I mean, she's so young. She's only, I think, 17 or 18, and she's already making great strides on the rankings and some great results. She's in the last 16. So we ran into each other yesterday in the press area, and got to share some of my observations of her game. And yeah, I guess that stays between us. I saw that she did give away in her press conference what I told her. That's fine. You know, it's up to her if she wants to share. You know, obviously I really like her. She's a great girl and really nice family. And obviously I feel more emotionally connected to her because of her Serbian background. So I, you know, try even more. And you know, she has definitely all the tools to be the future champion, a future #1. So that's exactly what I wish for her.
Just a couple more questions. If you had a chance to time travel, go back in time with what you know now and give a young Novak some of that same advice you're giving to some of the young players who come to you, what would be a couple things you'd want to know?
Calm down, you jerk.
Go gluten-free?
No, it's true, it's true. Yeah, I'm too stressed on the court very often, and too much tension at times. And I think I would say the patience is a big one. You know, when we are younger, regardless of you know, the area of life that we're involved in, I think we want everything here and now today. So I think just having a little bit of patience and trust in the process, surrounding yourself with the right people, I think that's a big one, because we are an individual sport. So that's one of the biggest keys, I think, early on in the career of the young tennis player. You gotta also not only trust and just blindly follow everything that is said to you, but, you know, build your character so that you understand what kind of people you want around yourself. And, you know, people that obviously have great experience and knowledge, but most of all that have a trust in you, and they can, on a personal, on a private level, connect well with you, because we travel the world throughout the entire year. Very oftentimes we see our, you know, coaching stuff much more than our closest family members. So I think there has to be a good chemistry, there has to be a good atmosphere out of which you can extract you know, good vibes and good energy that you know, can serve you for your great performance. I've been talking too much, sorry.
No, you have not. You've been enlightening us, and it's always a pleasure to hear from you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see more of this guy. He's moving on.